Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Yɛde aseda a ɛni awie bɛma otwadi ampa Onyankopɔn na yɛasrɛ ɔkɛseɛ ne nhyira ɛne n'asomdwie ɛde ama yɛn nkɔmhyɛni kronkron akɔmhyɛfoɔ nyinara ka akyire agyidiefoɔ nyinara kandini Anabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wɔne ne fiefoɔ n'akyiridifoɔ ɛne obi biara a obetiatia nkɔmhyɛni kronkron we nanam so ekosi atemuada agyidiefoɔ ahwɛfoɔ ɛne atiefoɔ mede Islam nkyia kronkron ɛde kyia mu nyinara. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Na masan ama mo akwaba aba me dwumadie a yato ne din sɛ Islam Awake. So na dwumadie botaeɛ nyinara ne sɛ yɛbɛtumi aka enkramofoɔ nyinara abom afrɛfrɛ yɛn ho na yɛatumi aka yɛn ho abom ɛde botaeɛ koro bi asi yɛni so sɛ bɛyɛ a nneɛma bi a manfoɔ binom afa kwan bi so etiatia yɛfa ahodie no etiatia yɛfa ahodie so no yɛbɛtumi apre na yɛapre independence. Na ɛnɛ me dwumadie asɛmpɔ anaasɛ aya a mepɛ sɛ mede gyina so ɛyɛ asɛm a otwadi ampa Onyankopɔn ɛka no Quran mu wɔse wa atasimu bihablillahi jami'a wala tafaraku. Wɔse momma yɛn so hold fast onto the rope of Allah and do not divide yourselves. Ɛno nti megyina asɛmpɔ wei so na mede afrɛ enkramofoɔ from all ranks and file say we have to come together na ensensɛm binim a ɛkɔ so no yɛn nyinara yɛatumi aka yɛn ho abom na yɛapere amafa ohodie aba ɛwɔ yɛn man yi mu. Na ne nyinaa ne sɛ what I want us to do ne sɛ we have to arise and struggle. We have to arise and struggle for our independence, for our freedom, for our constitutional right in this country. I know say amanfoɔ ɛhwɛ me bebree Ghanafoɔ a ɛwɔ ɔman yi mu ɛne ɔmo amanane nipa bebree ɛhwɛ me. Na what I want to do is say I don't want to instigate the people into violence. I don't want to incite violence. But what I want us to do is say I want all Muslims to join me in this quest. Sebeya yebetumi apre ama enkramofoɔ. Yebetumi apre ama enkramofoɔ. Yetumi anya a public declaration of our constitutional right in this country. To say the right to practice our religion anywhere and to exhibit it. To say yekɔ adwuma yebetumi agu ye mayafe ɛde akɔ without any hindrance. Say yekɔ school na yebetumi a practice your religion. Say ɛyɛ akyiriwia na yɛyɛ o. Say ɛyɛ sala na yɛyɛ o. Meaning say as students deɛ ɛno ɛna yebetumi ayɛ. Anaasɛ mayafe ɛna yebegu a yebetumi apre na Ghana mampani and stakeholders of this country a wɔn yɛ peace advocates atimi aba na wɔn aba abɛboa na yɛtimi a declare sɛ Ghana hanom na wokɔ w'adwuma mu a you have every right. Meaning say we are American, there are a lot of Muslims that even if the right is given to them, some will not wear because yɛwɔ shaitan ne nkrɔmfoɔ ne bi wɔ agents of shaitan ɛwɔ yɛ mu. Ɛna there are a lot nso a wɔn nso bɛpɛ sɛ wɔn bɛhyɛ. Nti sɛ yɛma wɔn kwan sɛ adwuma na wɔn bɛkɔ, school na wɔn bɛkɔ, wherever they go no, they can dress up in their Islamic outfit. They can practice their religion. They can do whatever they want, provided say it does not go against the constitution of this country there. And enti yentumi entu anamowe wa abra Muslims across the country Ghana yenka ye hombum. And enti dwumadie we a mato din say Islam Awake. I'm calling upon every Muslim in this country Say answer na yebetimi to religious injustice aseno, unless of course we become united, irrespective of your political background, your ethnic background, your religious sect or whatever. In this, if you think say you will be doing something like sects in Papamudia, there be this question I want me enjoying it. So I'm calling upon every Muslim. Yen yina yen kan ye humbum na saa enema we a ekoso ne yentumi enkontia na ye kontia no so no enye tuo enye sekan enye ajan eye ano no esanse nkomhyeni kan asemi e kire ye sese ye hunu se bone bi ekoso aye mbom mmɔden sɛ yɛbɛtumi de yɛn nsa astɔpo sɛ yɛntumi ɛmfa yɛn nsa ɛnstɔpo a yɛmfa yɛano ɛnstɔpo sɛ yɛntumi ɛmfa yɛano nstɔpo a ɛne yɛnkyiri no wɔ yɛakoma mu na yɛnhunu sɛ wɔsɛ wazalika adaiful iman yɛkyiri no ɛwɔ yɛakoma mu no it is the weakest part of faith. And therefore I think say the best for us to do, they say we have to come together and fight peacefully, struggle peacefully for a declaration of our constitutional freedom to exhibit, to practice our religion without any difficulty. Enenti mesre Ghana nkramofo, mesre obi biara mo amowo oman yi mu ne mo amowo amanone na yen sori menim se constitution article 21 constitution ama ho kwan say you have every right to join any religion of your choice, and you have every right to practice your religion. And in freedom of religion, freedom of association, and all other things, ni nyinara ya indicating our constitution, and in mesremo adofo Ghana fo nkramofo ye nyina yenka ye hombom eni na medi nkan me ko tu aya Nyankopɔn sɛ wa atasimu bi hablillahi jami'a wala tafaraku ye nyina yenka ye hombom. Fighting for our freedom is a collective obligation for us all. Ye pere ye fa hodie no ye nyinara it is a collective obligation ye nyinara ya sɛdeɛ, and therefore any kwan sɛ obiara ayi ne ho firim sebi sɛ ye ka ye ho abom a menim sɛ ade a ɛyɛ Ghana amamra na constitution ama ye ho kwan ne deɛ inshallah with a united flag I think say we can forge ahead to the extent say the president of this country, all the people of this country will rally behind us. No mun declare say meme deɛ enye nkramofo freedom nko a na yepe anyone our person practicing a religion, because yenim say in this country interreligious tolerance ewe yemu, but enkromfo binom na person omofa kwan bi so no mudi tiatia eye yefa ahodie so sebe ya asumdue na ya building for a very long time atena yemu no wombe say no, but minim say a Christopher anyensafo no nso etie me. A Christopher anyensafo no mo tie me. A Christopher na omo pre asumdue no mo tie me. A Christopher na asebi adwene ewo omo tim no omo dwene eye oman no empuntu hu no omo hwe me. Omo tie me. Omo nso ebeboa ama saa anamon we a yetu no atimi aboa. Na enkoba se yebeko school mu na sebi school a eye aban ena efa ho ka school aban ena etua tuition fees etua bibia ho ka na yebekɔ akoba na se yesi yempene ma onye sala yempene ma ungu ma yafi and all sort of things wa abra yewo ye Islamic institutions ewo oman yi mu a Christopher kɔ hɔ na yentiati omofa ahodie so. And we do that not because we allow them, we do not force them, not because we fear, or not because we think people will fight us, but we know akwala in the constitutional right we're joining any religion of his or her choice. And beside Islam amayati asiyese la ikraha fi din, you cannot force someone. There is no compulsion in religion, and therefore no one should be forced to do something against his or her will. And dear, we all know say it is against the constitution. No Muslim should ever. And I know say in this aspect, the Muslims, they are doing very well. They don't force. Like I say, I've been visiting so many Islamic schools, and I know there are a lot of non-Muslim students over there, and they are not being forced to perform salat. They are not being forced to put on the hijab and other things. But when it comes to ensuring morality and other things, Islam will ensure, you do the right and you do the good things, and then appear as a successful person in the community with good morals. That is what Islam teaches. And we will not force you to maybe practice Islam or any other thing. But we know, we can instill good morals in you. And Ghana for and Kramofor, Ayawa or Mayimu, Mon join it. Video ya monshe mesremo monshe na enko achiri mesremo monshe video no wa wonsa beka bia monshe kosi se yebetumi asori aka ye ho abom na yatu anamo bi enye sa ano a yede ti ho na ye ko ano a yede ti ho na ye kasa no ano no ntimi mfa ye nkoduru ba bia unless we have to act. Muslims in this country, you have to act. I was say sorry ni tu anamo. Anono ne kasane de emwa. Anono ene kasane de emwa. Mon sorry na yenka ye humbum. Then we fight for what is rightfully ours. We fight for what is rightfully ours. Yen tu yen sekan yen ajan. But minim say enkrata semene enhyehyeye a ye mpanimfo omanmu mpanimfo edi agu ho dadaada na constitution emra no na ye de ebeye adwuma sabi ye nkopese ye betu na mo bi, then people will come back and be describing Muslims as violent group of people. No, Muslims are never violent. Islam is a religion of peace, and whatever we do, is always peaceful. And therefore, I'm calling upon each and everyone, say, mon join me in this quest. Na yem push it harder and harder and harder. And fa honi political party wa baimu. Say a MPPU, say a NDCU, say a CPPU, say a PNCU, whoever. Na ye nyina yentimi empushi na omainu no religious rights ewo ho edema nkramofo wo motimi enjoy, ewo ho edema kristofo no wo motimi enjoy. Yes, nti yepese asumdwie etena oman yi mu, enenti ena mede dwumadie we yefre ne se Islam awake enkramofo yada timoma yen sorry emra so say ye sorry na ye kaya tam ebo ano na ye pre ade a emra ama ye ho kwan se ewo se yetumi enjoy no ewo se nyinara ye kan ye ho bom na yetumi pre na etumi be ye de se be ya ye chirima ye nuanom ye ma ebeduru ba bi no na ya twasa na ato ho no ma mo ba no mo mebre sebi nkatete no na ye nananom pre se ensem minime a etese no nka omo fight ya me wogidie se enka by now no obi enko school me enka nkire ne se ye mpene ma won ya chiriwia. Inti we have to act and inti nkramofo yen sorry se we ye hwan you mesremo ye nyinara yen sorry yen kan ye hombom because Islam is Islam. Quran say innamal mu'minina ikhwat, ajidiefo nyinara mo ye ba kope. So far as you believe in the kalimati shahadat la ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah, once you believe in this kalimati shahada, we are all one family, we constitute a single family. You cannot exempt yourself. We are all Muslims. And therefore, we have to rise up and fight. We have to rise up and fight. And fighting does not mean, say, using gun, the spears, the arrows. No. A peaceful fight, a peaceful struggle for a declaration of what is rightfully ours. Because we know, say, exhibiting your religion, practicing your religion is your constitutional right. In Ghana here, and I want us all to know, say, there is no majority group of people here. I'm telling you. And yeah, that man now will make it those kind of allegations, you know. Will make it those allegations, you know, out of his own imagination. He made it out of his own imagination. But I know, say, ensuring peace in the country, you know, there wouldn't be any better way than say betimi ama interreligious tolerance atimi akoso ewo oman yi mu. Enenti enne me frɛ enkramofo nyinaa, me frɛ ye nyinaa, we have to all come together. We have to all come together for this struggle. Ye nyinaa yenka ye homom. Ye nyi twen enyi adoa, we join a dawa group we and away ye sect we no. Enti na medi ka say wa tasimo bihablillahi jami'a. Let us all hold fast onto the rope of Allah, and we shouldn't be divided. We can only be stronger when we are united. We can only be stronger when we are united. We can only be stronger when we are united. That is why all the time Islam calls us, the Quran calls us to stand as a single group of people without any division or separation among ourselves. Once you are a Muslim, you are a Muslim. But the problem of we Muslims is that we Muslims in this country, and particularly in the world, they say we can't unite in order to kill just a fly. We can't unite to kill a fly. But it is about time, say, yesua eniyama bi na ye ka ye ho bom. It is about time, say, yesua eniyama bi na ye ka ye ho bom na ye fight. Emfa ho say MPP na te so, emfa ho say CPP na te so, emfa ho say NDC na te so. No, what is your right is your right. What is in the constitution is stipulated in the constitution, and it is your legal right. You have to fight for it. You know, independence or freedom is never given just like that. Freedom is never given just like that. You have to fight. You have to fight. And Muslims, we know, say, when we rise up for this public declaration of our constitutional right, I think, say, it will be granted without any hesitation. Sebe ya ombejaye ye ko ya juma ye betumi na se obi ebe dress islamically na wode akwa alhamdulillah obetumi address se obeye na chiri wie obetumi aye obegu ne hijab and other things. And I know, say, the wise Christians, and I like Christians a lot. I do like Christians a lot because I know, say, most of them are people of understanding. Most of them are just. Most of them are tolerant. But there are some of them who hide behind their own attitude. There are some of them who hide behind their own attitude, their own selfish interest, only to battle people, only to perpetrate injustice against some group of people. But it is about time, say, enkramofo, Christofo, Timaimufo, nananoma hemfo, ye nyinara, mo sorry, na mutimima, ye public declaration of religious freedom in this country. That is what we have to stand for. We have to stand for what is right. You have to stand for what is just. You have to stand for what is transparent. You have to stand for what is true. And our constitutional right to practice our religion without any fear, practice our religion without any hindrance from anyone is our constitutional right. And therefore, I'm calling upon the rank and file of the Muslim community to join me in this quest. That is why I'm calling upon you all. That is why I'm calling upon you all. And wachi, me free peace council, me free nananoma tenankonya, me free all the stakeholders in this country are cherish peace. Momwa me in this quest. Momwa, and helping me is not helping Hamza alone. Helping me is helping Ghana, and helping Ghana is what? Promoting the peace, the unity, the stability that we have built for this long time now. We have to rise up and defend it. We should not leave this country in the hands of some unscrupulous people who think, say, due to their personal interest, they can infringe upon the right of anyone. Muslims, rise up. Islam, rise up. Muslims in this country, rise up. It is about time you defend. Rise up. Rise up. Na yada ache. Yada ache. Yada ache. Yada ache. Mrason. Say you're sorry. Ne pushy. We have to push harder. Push harder. Push fiercely. Without any fear. Mumeyem pushy. Without any fear. Ghana will be no one in this country can intimidate any other person, because you have your freedom to practice your religion, you have your freedom to exhibit your religion, and therefore sometimes, and I don't know, say if there are a group of people in this country who support immorality, like seeing people walking around naked, wo nipa na mo kase mo mpenema enkramofo enhye hijab enguma ya afe no. You are the very people who promote immorality and prostitution in our various communities. Then you sit down and complain about teenage pregnancy in the country, high rate of teenage pregnancy in this country. No, we cannot do away with teenage pregnancy when some of us support immorality. Some of us support immoralities and sexual promiscuities and prostitution, that people should go out naked. That is why I sometimes could say, some of you, some people, some group of people can practice their religion like they are running an association. But Islam isn't like that. Islam isn't like that. Islam is a complete way of life that governs every aspect of our lives. And therefore, dressing well, putting on your hijabs and other things, prevents you from a whole lot of things. Na yekase ye man o mo adaja no mo nante yenhwe dressing ya ye digina asori dem. Yenhwe dressing ye digina asori dem. Na yesi ye nyamesomfo wo abra mo ankasa mo ye Jesus Christ ni movie. Ye hwe Jesus Christ ni movie a Mary a wo Yesu no waguma ya afi. Then you think say nyamesom e wa akomam. Stupidity. Sometimes it baffles me. It baffles me a lot. I find it difficult to understand certain things. Say, oh, no, in Islam, your religion, you have to believe in Allah, then practice what you believe. So this dress code that has been given to the Muslims is something that forms part of your faith. And let us rise up. Let us rise up and fight and push harder. Let us push harder for what is rightfully ours. The president should come out and make a public declaration, say, Muslims have the right to put on their veils. Muslims have the right to wear their hijabs wherever they want. Muslims have their rights to practice their religion in any public institution. In any public institution. And I know, say, declaring this as a constitutional right, will also push those in the private sector, because no bylaw in this country can be supreme or powerful than the constitution, which forms or which is the supreme laws of this country. The constitution is the supreme laws of this country, and therefore, once this public declaration is made, no one in this country can intimidate anyone, can intimidate most especially the Muslims. Say, you can't wear your hijab, you can't do this, you can't do that. No. For that, dear Muslims, we stand strongly against injustice. So the perpetrators of injustice in this country, you are one. Because we were asleep. But trust me, say, Emre Ason say sorry. The perpetrators of injustice in this country, be to say the Catholic Bishop Conference, the Christian Council, recently that awkward man who made those unwarranted accusations and claims in this country, they should all be condemned. Sorry. We have to rise up. And I think, say, not Muslims alone. Because more a Christopher na nkasanso. Se moko Islamic school biana Islamic institution na for someone, it is against your right. And therefore, you have to join this quest. You have to join this quest. Na yintimi siki for a religious freedom, a religious tolerance in this country. And yes, baby, omayana keka kono. No matter what, it will come to a time we will resist any attempt to oppress Muslims. We will resist any attempt to oppress Muslims in this country. And therefore, I'm calling upon the President of the Republic. I'm calling upon the Peace Council. I'm calling upon the National House of Chiefs. I'm calling upon the rank and file or the stakeholders of this country. The stakeholders, the people, the peace cherishers, the peace wishers of the country to rise up and respect what is in the Constitution. Practicing your religion is your constitutional right. So why should you deny Muslims of their constitutional right? Why should some group of people deny Muslims of their constitutional right? This is completely unfair, completely unjust. Enti enkramufo me frɛ enkramufo a na me ka Ahl Sunnah wal Jamaa, the Tijaniya groups, Islamic Mission Secretariat, the Muslim missions, all the groups, the religious groups, and the powerful associations we have in this country, the various sects, we have to all come together. We have to come together. We have to come together and fight for our right. And I'm not instigating you into violence. No, not violence. But say, fighting with a pen, fighting with the truth, fighting with your voice is a fight for your declaration of what is legally, rightfully yours. If we keep sleeping, we will sleep and suffer, and the next generation, our grandchildren will suffer, and our great-grandchildren will also come and suffer because they cannot defend what is legally theirs. And Enkramofo, I will never incite violence because it is against Islam. Islam is a religion of peace, and therefore anything we do, anything the Muslim does should be what? Peace, peace, peace. We will not force anyone to accept Islam. That is wrong. We will not force anyone to practice something that goes against the constitution. No. We know, say, it is wrong. And the Quran stated clearly that La ikraha fi din, there is no compulsion in religion. And in Islam, you can only practice the religion. You can only worship, enter the mosque, pray, do whatever when you accept that La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Else, even if you are being forced to practice it, you will not, because it is against your will. The Prophet himself never forced anyone to accept Islam. The Prophet himself never forced anyone to accept Islam. And therefore, I don't think there will be any well-meaning Muslim, there will be any true Muslim who will force someone to accept Islam, to pray, to worship. No. No good Muslim will do that, because there is no compulsion in religion. Enter into the submission of Allah, submission of Islam. Accept Islam wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. That is why Muslims, we believe in communicating the word of Allah instead of forcing people, whether they believe or not. Whether they believe or not. We don't believe in that. We don't believe in forcing people like others do. Like others do. And it is completely against the constitution that some group of people will force other group to practice their religion, whether they like it or not. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is completely wrong. That is why I'm calling upon all Muslims. Say I'm sorry. We should let the president of the republic, the judicial system, the parliament, they should all come together. They should all come together and make a public declaration of our religious freedom in this country. Maybe a lot of people haven't seen it. Me would say that man now last time or by or say your friend is saying I've forgotten his name self. I forgot his name. Wonim ebia na wonim the whole constitution no muntia. Nti ye besre Ghana aban say momwaye na mo make a public declaration. Meaning say his threat to campaign against this government, you know. It's like say wotobo etisen ye wotobo abosono no. Because o campaign etia, you can campaign against this government, and when any political party comes into government, they will still continue the good works of this government. NDC will not come to power and perpetrate injustice against any religious body, any religion. NPP will not do that. CPP will not do that, because it is something that is constitutional. Ghana ha obi anchen obia oha. Obi anchen obia oha. Sanse muhunu a ye di wo oman yi mu na ye keka nse muhunu ne ade na nkramofo ya ye din no. Enye suro bi ene ye suro. But bibia no mpanimfo se ade no wan fa nto ba bi a esese eda efrito. Nti, we want to use all legal means, but not say we are cowards. We are never cowards. Nti mesremo Christopher anyensafo no momwa enkramofo no a monso ye pese ye pray the future of this country, the peace of the country no monsore na yen nyina yen kan ye hombom. Obi a wagye la ilaha uchi kalimati shahada dibia no yen sore. Obi a wagye la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah dibia no won sore na yen fight yen pushi sebeya ye be make a public declaration say obia e wo ho kwan say wo practicing a religion obi e kwa adwuma dressing a ne som e man ho kwan bia no wotimi address de ko sem phone sem hunu no adoso wo man yimu sem hunu na adoso wo man yimu ti mesremo mon sori na nyina yen kan ye hombom a kristofo nkramofo yen nyina yen kan ye hombom na yen fight it because ade a emra ama ho kwan enenti enne awie me de dwumadie a mato din say Islam awake e de ebremo sebe ya nkramofo no a yada no ye be sorry ya dache e wo say ye sorry. We have to rise up and fight for what is legally ours, what is rightfully ours. We have to rise up. Enye ntokwa enye sikantwe asumdue kwa so no yen yusu emra kwan legal means na yentumi emwa na asumdue a yehwehwe no Ghana ha no yentumi enya adwuma na ni nyina be ya adwuma je say your constitutional rights yetumi epre your constitutional rights yetimi declare publicly mo bi anya na honte ase ya dakura ya da too much. Kramofo is like we are being too lazy. Yeah, we don't build, we don't establish, we don't do anything. Ya nkasa sokra ye hu ehi. Ya nkasa, we have to rise up and do something for ourselves. How many Islamic institutions do we have in this country? How many Islamic institutions do we have in this country? We are part of the problem. We are part of the problem in this country. What we are going through, no? We caused it for ourselves. We don't build. We don't do anything. The next time, now, I think I'll have to talk about that. We have to be productive in the country. We have to be productive. Do something up for ourselves. Look at the number of beggars, the number of people outside. We have to rise up and do something for ourselves. And then Ghana for agidi for ene awie me ma me kasa enwa me de mo besi ha yai na nyame adoma enche me ne mo ebesan adinhyiamu haza billahi tawfik wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.